Hey guys, what is up? It's Dusty here, and welcome back to yet another crypto video. Today, we have some juice to cover as there are some really interesting developments in the space, let's call it like that. First of all, former financial regulator on the SEC v. Ripple. He said, forget the fanfare, focus on evaluation. In other words, a former regulator, Thomas P. Vartanian, says the SEC v. Ripple case shows it's time to get serious about defining digital assets. He is interviewed by Rosalind Layton in her latest column for Forbes, and two things to say. One, Forbes is also nice to get your articles in, always good. And second of all, him saying this about the Ripple v. SEC case is, in my opinion, quite juicy. And it's also rather interesting, so let's take a look at that. But first, guys, make sure you press that like button. I put so many hours into providing cool content for you guys. Make sure you just help by pressing the like button. I don't ask for money, don't ask for anything else except for that little like right there. Just helps out. And let me know what you guys think about the entire situation, man. Come on. I mean, XRP just hit $1.20 earlier today. Right now, we're seeing more and more regulators switch their minds. I sometimes do wonder, when will the official switch be? However, let me ask this question for you guys. What month do you think a Ripple v. SEC settlement will be reached? Let me know in the comment section down below and potentially add the year to it, right? That might be smart. All right, Vartanian said, the SEC v. Ripple is tangible evidence that governmental infatuation with technology is evolving beyond the mesmerizing effect that new technological products often enjoy. The SEC's action suggests it is time to blow past the fanfare and get down to a rigorous evaluation of the fundamental financial characteristics of crypto products. When such new products like crypto assets begin to attract a critical mass of users, administrative regulation is there to burrow the weeds or into the weeds and either trigger congressional action, categorize the product according to the current rules, or change the boundaries to ensure market stability and competitive fairness. That's again his response to the question, what are your thoughts on the SEC v. Ripple? In the Ripple case, the SEC claims it is pursuing consumer protection, but it has definitely harmed consumers, as the class action lawsuit from 18,000 XRP holders against the SEC attests. The sudden SEC action to declare Ripple a security has precipitated the delisting of XRP on many currency exchanges, causing the value of XRP to plummet. The irony is that we have tons of laws and regulators for financial services, but they say little about crypto. The emergence of crypto has led to a mad dash by no less than 8 regulators asserting jurisdiction over the technology, with little guidance, much less statute from Congress. What's to stop other regulatory agencies from running what is that word? Roughshod? I've never seen that word in my life before. Roughshod. Let me type it in. Do you guys know what that means? If so, you're a genius, bro. Roughshod. That sounds like a really foreign thing to me. It says here, meaning in Hindi, it means of a horse having shoes with nail heads projecting to prevent slipping. Roughshod is what it says. Is it English? Really? Oh, to run on roughshod. To completely ignore the opinions, rights, or feelings of others. He achieved success by ruthlessly running roughshod. Oh, it sounds like I'm talking Arabic. Roughshod over anyone who got in his way. All right, sorry, I guess I learned a new thing. What's to stop other regulated agencies from running roughshod over any new financial technologies? Okay. So to completely ignore all those opinions then over that stuff, okay? Vartanian said, for starters, the U.S. is the only country that has a dual system of banking that has hundreds of state and federal regulators bumping into each other and fighting over jurisdiction. That is not the whole story, but the redundancy and inefficiency in the system is something we need to improve. There have been efforts to consolidate prudential regulation since the inception of the Federal Reserve in 1913. 17 bills have introduced in Congress proposing reorganization structures for prudential regulation, and over 20 government commissions or initiatives that evaluated and developed reorganization proposals. I participated in the Vice President's Task Group on Financial Service Regulation, which began in 1982, and produced a compendium of recommendations to move forward towards regulation of activities. If those recommendations had been adopted, we would likely have avoided much of the pain of the subprime meltdown in 2008, triggered by risk hiding in plain sight in the unregulated parts of the financial markets. With technology dominating the financial landscape, now is the time to regulate financial activities rather than just the banks. I guess that's a fair answer, right? That's definitely a fair answer. And he also had something to say about the brokers and whatnot and about his book. But I think that's good for right now. I think that's the most important part, which he had. And I mean, he's pretty eloquent, by the way. That's pretty juicy. And then a little side note. I had it open because of this right here. We talked a couple of times on the channel here about federated sidechains, right? For example, how Amazon or any other company really could actually have a lot of benefit from running on a federated sidechains if the proposal got accepted. Now, RippleX Dev posted here, how would federated sidechains on the XP Ledger work? Federated assets imported onto the XRP Ledger would trade on its integrated decentralized exchange, and XRP imported onto sidechains would be used for liquidity on their integrated DEX. Does it not tell you anything? Well, make sure maybe, potentially, that you check out, if there's any video of it, from the Apex XRPL Developer Summit. Because even though it's going to be mostly not that juicy, because if you don't know anything about developing, it's going to be difficult. Then again, potentially, it's going to be kind of like a live type of thing where you can actually see it, right? Because it says here, attendees have the option to view the Apex event virtually from their home office. This might be something for you. I'm definitely going to be watching it. It's going to be the 28th and 29th, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, the 29th and the 30th. So it's going to be 2 days or so, 3 days after the Cardano event. Eventually, hopefully they'll invite me to one of these things too. I know they invited some of the big guys, like Quincy got invited to Las Vegas to talk. I'm not that developer oriented, so obviously I wouldn't be able to talk. But I mean, I would like to just come there and check it out and see, right? And I really wish at one point or another they'd invite me to just come check out those things and maybe report on that in the videos as well. Maybe within a couple of years though, maybe we will develop ourselves so well that we get a spot. Who knows, right? Who knows? All right, moving on. The XRP lawsuit. Will settlement speculation fuel XRP price to new highs? That's a question I get quite often from people. But before we get into that one, make sure you check out Bybit. A link is down below. Right now, there's a $1,600 bonus that you guys can get. Might be worth it to check it out, right? So a link, as I said before, is down below for all of that stuff. And Bybit is the exchange I use for trading anyway, so yeah. Now, long story short, yes, I do firmly believe that the price of XRP will skyrocket once we get a settlement. And I still think that that's our best bet to make a lot of money in the entire crypto space right now in terms of a risk to reward. So if you wanted an answer to the question, yes, 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 yes. And if you're asking me where can the price go to, there's not really any easy cap, to be honest with you. I mean, $5, yeah, I mean, pretty much so. Wouldn't be too crazy, I think. Even $10, I think, could definitely happen because of the way that things have changed. I told you guys before a long time, when XP was at like 15, 20 cents maybe, no, I think it was 17 to 22 cents, that I believed that XRP would go to about, let's say, $3 or so if we were not in a bull run when XP got its settlement. Then it would go to about, let's say, $5 to $7 if we get a settlement in kind of a neutral market, or if the price stayed basically at that area. And I thought we could go higher, like, for example, $10 or so, if, again, the price has already climbed a little bit beforehand, it's a bullish market, and we get a good settlement with some good, basically good rules. Right now, it's looking like the latter is going to be the solution, or the way it's going to go. So, for example, like at times 10, I wouldn't even think it's too crazy, because at first glance, you would say, oh, it would pump, like, let's say about 60, 70%, maybe 100%, because, well, why would it pump more? Well, yeah, but then again, it's going to be the first properly regulated crypto, and winning a lawsuit of this high of a proportion that's going to be fundamental to the future of crypto, I think people will start buying in massively once this happens. Again, my own personal speculation. But I sometimes think the reason we are buying right now so comfortably is because we are buying before the lawsuit has actually ended. And people will wish that they got to buy XRP before it was properly regulated, which sounds strange, sounds kind of like a dumb thing to say, right? But I think in terms of price, yeah, we are definitely at an advantage right here. And again, there's going to be pumps and pumps, and I can keep posting it as much as I want, but ultimately these pumps are on nothing in comparison to what I expect is about to happen in a couple of months from now, or who knows exactly when a settlement like that is going to be reached. It could be tomorrow, could be 3 weeks, could be 4 months. We don't really know. And we don't know if it's going to be a settlement with Ripple and the SEC themselves, or if it's going to be the judge deciding it. There's so many issues that need to be fought out still. Like, for example, the privilege. Like, there's so much stuff still ongoing. Yet it kind of feels like we're getting really close to the end because the discovery is kind of closing in. And yeah, guys, It's about to get really freaking interesting. But right, that was it for today's video. Hopefully y'all enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you press the like button and subscribe. And I will definitely see you guys again in another crypto video later today. Take care, everybody.